Good morning, YouTube. It's around 7 o'clock, mid-October 2019. This is Alden Antonucci, and we are headed to Logan Landfill. And that's Logan Landfill right there off the interstate. It's located roughly 27 miles, the GPS says, from Bozeman. Exit 283. Take that exit right there and you head west from Bozeman. Like I said, about 27 miles. You'll want to take your time getting there. If you're pulling a dump trailer, which I am right now, you won't give yourself at least a half an hour to get there from Bozeman. You never know when you're going to blow out a tire, or if you need to get fuel, which I had to do this morning. Logan Landfill opens at 7:30 in the morning. I would recommend, if you're trying to get in and out of there early in the morning, to do it right at 7:30. If not, you might be behind multiple waste trucks from Bozeman, Belgrade. All these locations all come to this central location to get rid of the waste, the municipal locations. So here's the exit right here. If you're pulling a dump trailer, you want to give yourself lots of time to slow down. Exit 283 west of Bozeman, Logan Trident exit. So it's actually a pretty short ramp. And if this is your first time pulling a dump trailer, you want to immediately stop and start using your gears and let your gears slow you down. And so you can take a right to actually go to Logan Trident, or take a left and go to the landfill. And all you got to do is just follow the signs here. So we can go ahead and take a left here. So I'm actually pulling an 8-ton dump trailer with my little half-ton Suburban. And it can be done as long as you put your weight right over the axles and you don't put a whole lot of tongue weight. That's what really is not so good on these little lighter trucks, is when you put too much tongue weight on there, you literally put your bumper almost on the ground. So what you're going to do, as soon as you get off the interstate, you take a left at the stop sign, then you take your first immediate left. And now we're heading to the landfill. And same thing, I would suggest just keep it slow and steady, especially if you're pulling a heavy trailer with a light truck. You need all the braking power you can. It's not the horsepower and torque that gets you going. That's the easy part. Once your momentum's going, you can go almost as fast as you want to go. But the kicker is when you need to stop. That's where a light truck won't stop you the way a heavy truck would. So slow and easy. I typically take it around 40, 45 if I'm around in town. I very rarely will exceed that, even at the speed limit 60. When I'm on the interstate, the max I'll go is 60, 65. I'll never pass 65. I've had a tire blow up on me before on these tandem axle dump trailers, and that's definitely no fun. So you can see right now I'm headed east on this side street that is basically a frontage road that brings you right to the landfill. Like I said, this is Logan Landfill, as you can see it right out here. About 30 minutes outside of Bozeman. And so as soon as we're going to get there, what they do is they weigh you in. So you can bring a small car with a couple bags of trash, which is going to be an expensive ride, but you can do whatever you want. You can bring a full semi load, you can bring a Suburban with a dump truck load with construction material, which I normally do. It doesn't matter what you bring over here. They have appliance drop-offs for refrigerators, freezers, any kind of appliance. those go into a separate pile. So if you do come to Logan Landfill, make sure you're putting it in the right spot or they could get irritated with you. And you pay certain amounts for what you're dropping off as well. So we're pulling up to Logan Landfill now. As you can see, there's a waste truck there that's actually leaving. Security gate here, so if you're here before 7:30, that gate isn't even open. I'm going ahead and I'm going to weigh in right now. So just drive right on the scale. I've got an account here. Here's where the ladies are, where they take your account. So I just ran through the landfill weigh station there. Basically there's black arrows or red arrows. Turned off my heat there, it's been a cold morning. You can see there's a sign right there. You can take a right, which I normally do. This is where you're gonna find all your commercial waste or residential waste. You're just gonna keep going straight from the weigh station, and then you probably see some arrows right here. Red is going to be residential, black is going to be commercial waste for construction debris. You can see here we're just driving up a dirt road. In the beginning, obviously we saw the landfill to our left up on the hill. Well, basically now we're on the other side of that hill. We're just going up the hill. You want to be careful when you're driving around here. I'm seeing boards and pallets and stuff that sometimes it falls off people's trailer. So you gotta be careful. Don't ride over those. That'll pop your tire. So you can see right is over there. That's gonna go to residential. I'm taking the left arrow, which is the black one. And then what you do at that point, you're just following your signs. You can see it just looks like just a big debris field here. They do a pretty good job. They have bulldozers and big trucks up here that push all the debris over. You get all these massive piles. Look at there, somebody's got pools and all this random junk everywhere. I like to pull way out of the way because you got all these big trucks that you don't want to be in their way. They don't mess around and they'll get right next to you and basically almost feel like they're gonna run you over, like their trash is more important. So if you look way there in the distance, I'll slow down here so you can see. Oh, I might have to put in four-wheel drive. She's kind of sticky over here. You can see over there. That's if you got appliances, dishwashers, refrigerators, that's where it all goes. This is basically the view for the dump here. There's some waste trucks coming up the hill here. I'm just gonna go outside and do a panorama so everyone can see what's the dump's all about here. Nothing too exciting, but if this is the first time here, it gives you an idea. So you can see here, there's a sign. It says concrete only. And the first questions they ask you is if you got concrete. So if you do, you just kind of dump it over there. Here's your panorama here. As you can see, it's about getting ready to snow. You can see all those clouds. So here's a half-ton Chevy Suburban, squatted down pretty good with a with an 8-ton dump trailer, which 16,000 pounds. So what you do is you got one of these tarps here. This is called a trash tarp. Put that on, just use simple bungee cords. I keep trash cans around. We got chains. Use a 2 5/16 ball. It's got a hydraulic pump in there that lifts it up. I'm gonna go ahead and back up the Suburban. You just back it up to whatever spot you want, about right over there. I'll go ahead and show you how to take off the tarp and lift it with the hydraulic pump. It's got its own 12-volt system. I charged last night, so it's ready to go. Typically you get around between 6 and 10 lifts on a full charge. Any more than that, you want to make sure it's always charged. And I always bring a battery pack just in case if it wasn't charged that we can dump it. I'll go ahead and back up, stand by. All right, I just backed up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these bungee cords off. Just simple bungee cords, nothing special. I always put them here in the tray, that way they can't blow out. There's no rhythm or rhyme, can't do it wrong. I'll go ahead and get this tarp back off and get started again once I start to open the doors and raise the bed. Alright, so I just took the bungees off this. So the thing you'll notice about these tarps is it's full of all these small holes. It's super flexible. That's what you want. You don't want to use one of those cheapy Walmart tarps that are just a standard tarp. That ain't gonna work. It's gonna sit there and flap in the wind. So you want these ones with holes in it. It's flexible, holds your load down a lot better. Here's how dump trailers work. You never know what you're gonna see here. Shoot, there's some people that just linger around and pick up landfill treasures. Shoot, sometimes I've done it. Somebody will throw a whole bunk of 2x4s or, you know, some really good construction materials, and I'm like, well, shoot, I could use that. So you throw debris, anything you want really in here. You know, and then what you do is you just raise it, pull forward, just like what that guy's doing. That's what we're going to be doing right now. So in a standard dump trailer, this is what she's going to look like. I keep a charger right there and always hooked up. That way all I got to do is plug it in. But we're ready to raise after we go and open the doors. So dump trailer, you're going to have these doors right here. Just open up just like that. But a lot of guys, when they don't know what they're doing, they forget to open these doors all the way. And you got to open it all the way. You got these fancy locks here. You just open that door up. Hold your door in place. So that way when you lift it, your door doesn't hit the ground. Like if I was to lift it right there, that would just mess my door up and break it. The hydraulics are strong enough, it would just rip that door right off. So make sure on both sides, you grab this fancy little holder here, hold your door in place. So now, as you can see, she's ready to dump. Go over here, you got a raise and lower button. Battery's nice and charged. You can hear that motor going there. Got a hydraulic cylinder popping its head up right there, raising and lowering just like a dump truck. Got a spare tire just in case. Thank goodness I've got that on there. I've had to use it multiple times. You can see that's when the bulldozers come out, whenever they see somebody coming, and they take that pile of whatever and push it away. Here it comes. What we do is we're going to raise it to about 45 degrees, maybe even higher, maybe even up to 60 degrees. You want to make sure your trailer is hitched on properly, because If it's not, that ball can literally pop off your vehicle and knock you out. I've never had it happen to me, but I have seen it happen to others. See, we're sitting there pretty high. We're probably around 60 degrees right there, maybe even more. So you can see I kind of maxed it out right there. I don't want to leave it on max. I bring it in just a little bit. Now what you do, you go back in your vehicle. There's another little fun landfill vehicle. So there we are. So we're like that. Now you hop in back inside. I always recommend, if you got four-wheel drive, put it in four-wheel drive. And then you just pull forward. As you can see, my dump trailer's in the back. I like to really get out of the way, because sometimes these guys with the bulldozers, they don't even hesitate. As soon as you pull it out of the way, they're already plowing your debris into the big piles. So there we go. I don't want to forget my bucket. But there's all the materials. Got a couple little leftovers, so before you leave, you want to make sure all this stuff comes out. Doesn't matter where you throw it. It's all going to the same place here. It's kind of intimidating. You're here next to all these massive machines. And I got my burb and my little dump trailer. So you want to be careful here on the ground. You don't run over anything with nails. There's nails, debris, sometimes pieces of steel just poking out of the ground. So lowering it, it's the same thing. Just hit the bottom button. You're coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and lower it, and I'll come back on the video. We're gonna start heading back out to do a way out, and that's when you pay and you're on the road to go get another dump trailer. Man, it's crazy. The ground just shakes when those beasts drive by. Like literally, I'm sitting here just bouncing. So I just got done lowering the dump trailer, and now I'm just going to shut these doors. You don't want to drive down the road like that. Same thing, come over here, grab these handles, just simply shut the door, nothing fancy. You can see that one's got to shut first. It's got this tab. And then this one, you do second. Then it's got this handle here. We got this little clip. Every trailer is different, but philosophy is the same. Shabam. And I got my bucket. And then here in the front, I like to put my tarp. Make sure it stays in here nice and tight, so it doesn't want to blow out. If you need to, you can always put a strap on it, or you just push it in there nice and tight. I've got a 6x6 on here that I just put the weight of the 6x6. Holds it in. She ain't going nowhere. Alright, that's how you successfully unload the dump trailer. My burb's not squatting near as bad. So you see people coming in here with just normal vehicles with enclosed trailers. So now I'm hopping back in. That took roughly 5 minutes. If it takes you longer than 5 to 10 minutes, it's because you're probably standing in line or you're goofing off, doing something you're not supposed to do. But it's pretty much easy in and out. You don't want to sit around here too long. I mean, it stinks. It's a dump. It's not a place where you want to be. But you can see it's pretty chill up here. Just me and the birds. A couple other guys with dump trailers. So now I'm heading back out. You know, it's not even a minute drive where you leave where you dumped to now you're gonna go back to the ladies at the weigh station. So they weighed you in fully loaded. Now they're gonna weigh you out and give you a bill. So I have an account here, which makes it a lot easier. I just pull in, I say my name, I pull out, and I say my name, and then you pay the difference. Typically I have around, you know, 2,000 pounds, 3,000 pounds of construction debris in here. It really doesn't, I'll never reach the capacity of that dump trailer unless I've got gravel back there. You can see here they've got pallets and tree debris, so they end up burning that off at some point in the year. Let's say if you came in with appliances like refrigerators or freezers and you've got air compressors and all that kind of stuff, you bring everything over here, and that way they can remove all the refrigerants and make it safer. Those refrigerants you don't want to just put in the air. It's supposed to be bad for the ozone. So now I'm pulling up here to the weigh station. There's another one of the debris removal guys. So you'll notice here it says to stop here and wait till the scale is free. So this guy's pulling out of my way. I don't want to pull up there while he's on it. They're gonna think he's twice as heavy as when he came in. So I'm pulling on the debris on the scale. Without debris, you wait here right at the window. So I'm just leaving now. That was Logan Landfill. I'm just gonna follow the same road that I followed in. As you can see, there's always these waste vehicles kind of all over the side of the road. They blow up tires or stuff falls out, so they gotta pick up stuff. So now I'm gonna head west from Logan Landfill on this frontage road, right back to where I exited off the interstate. We'll get back on the interstate, and then we're gonna head east towards Bozeman, Manhattan area. So I just got my fancy dancy invoice here. So it looks like I scaled in at 13,560 pounds, and then I left at just shy of 11,000 pounds, which gives me 2,700 pounds, just shy of 2,700 pounds. Total came to $63. I believe they charge $48 a ton. Yeah, that's right. So $48 a ton. So anyways, that's the invoice. So what you do is you sign your name, and also I put on there, this particular job was for Trail Ridge. So that way I know when I get back to the office, I know which job to charge. So either if you work for me or you're going to Logan Landfill, you work for somebody else, I would say whenever you have an invoice, sign it and put the job name on there, and your office ladies will be a lot happier with you, so they don't have to trace down which invoice goes to which job. So that's all it is for Logan Landfill. If you watch this video, hopefully you liked it. Hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe somewhere on YouTube, and watch for more great videos, either DYI videos or construction or restoration related, even carpet cleaning videos. Alden Antonucci with Xtreme Restoration and Construction, Xtreme Carpet Cleaning. You guys have a wonderful morning. All in all, if you're leaving Bozeman, to go to the dump, I would plan for 30-minute, 45-minute drive time, and then plan for a 30-minute drive time. I'm getting back on the exit here. Just take the exit to get back on the interstate here from the Logan Landfill. And you gotta be careful too when you're accelerating, pulling a dump trailer. Don't give her all she's got because you don't want to break your vehicle. Just slowly bring her up to speed, and you're kind of going up this on-ramp. Be careful. Semis and stuff are passing by pretty fast, and you're really long, so you got to make sure it's safe to cross over onto the interstate. But like I was saying, if this is your first time going to Logan Landfill and you're coming from Bozeman, going to the landfill, give yourself 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Give yourself at least 15 to 20 minutes, if not 30, to unload your materials. Then your way back, you want to give yourself 30 minutes. So I would say all in all, at least have 2 hours on your scheduled time. So this morning I started around 6:30. By the time I get back and I dump this trailer off, it'll probably be around 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. All right, if you have any questions, comment below. Let me know if you like this video. If you have any questions about Logan Landfill that I can answer, I'll do that for you. Or if you got any construction videos or want more videos of what Bozeman's like, especially during the winter time here, it's a whole different change of pace. Have a good morning, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.